Hello, everybody. This is Vinny from the iMoot team. I'd like to welcome Sam to the iMoot. Sam's going to be talking about moving your paper exams to Moodle the fast way using Respondus. Thank you very much, Sam, for giving up your time for the iMoot today. And I hope everybody participating has a great session. Thank you very much, Sam.
Well, thank you, Vinny, and welcome everybody. As Vinny said, my name is Sam Eneman. I work at the University of North Carolina in Charlotte, which is one campus among a 16-campus statewide system of higher education that we have here in North Carolina. And I work in our Center for Teaching and Learning, providing faculty support and consultation in Moodle and all other learning technologies. And I will be talking about Respondus today, but before I do that, could I ask you to type in perhaps your location and the time of day into the chat, just so we can see where everybody is and whether we should be getting ready for breakfast or something else. Okay. Well, okay, so welcome UK and Malaysia and Missouri. Great. Respondus is a software program that offers exam management. You can actually create quizzes, tests in Respondus, and you can print them out if you want. But of course, what we're mostly interested in today is that you can use it to take paper-based exams, convert the file, and then upload that test directly into Moodle. And the only caveat that I have is that it is Windows only. That's not my choice. That's Respondus's. Oh, and by the way, by way of disclaimer, I do not work for Respondus, and I am not receiving any compensation for this. It's a program that we've been using on our campus for a number of years now, and we found that it's been very, very valuable and helpful for faculty who maybe have been a little reluctant to start using quizzing in Moodle. And this offers a way to reduce the time that it takes to get those tests into Moodle. So how does a Respondus work? You start by adding a little bit of formatting to a Word file. I'll be demonstrating that for you in just a couple of minutes. You then import that file into Respondus. You can configure the full range of Moodle quiz settings in Respondus before you upload it if you want. And then when you are ready, you can publish that test to one or more courses at the same time. So I thought what I'd do now is do a demo to show you the process with a fully formatted file, and then go back and sort of break it down for you and show you the different settings that you can use, how you would use the different settings in Respondus and how you actually format the file. I don't know if any of you are interested in this, but if you are, on the course page, I have provided some links if you wanted to work along with me. So there is a link to download a trial version of Respondus. And then I've also provided a Word file, a quiz, and then an answer key, so you would know how to set that up. Is anybody interested in doing that? or would you just like me to go ahead and demonstrate it for you? Okay, great. Let's I'll do the demo. So this is going to be a live demo, so I am going to be doing screen sharing. So I'm going to start. Let me set this up. Almost there. Okay, so could you give me just an indication in the chat if you can see this Word file that I have up right now? Okay, great. So really all I wanted you to see at this point is that you can include images. So if images are part of your test, you can also import those. And just to show you, the formatting that you do is very, very simple. And all you do basically is you just add an asterisk in front of the correct answer. And it's really just about that simple. So what I'm going to do now is take this this file that you see, this test you see, and I'm going to import it into Respondus and then upload it to my Moodle course. So this is the Respondus interface. It's actually very simple. You just go through each of the tabs and you just follow those steps. So I'm going to begin by importing my questions from a text file and select the format. In this case, it's docx. I'll browse for my file. And then I'm going to create a new document, which will also be the name of my quiz, my test. I'll just call this demo test. I am going to use this feature that they call the stem, which which is a way of creating a title for your question. So I'll just call it DT, and then it will number them for me. And now I'll click the preview button to import the file and get a report back from Respondus as to whether my questions have been formatted correctly or not. So good for me, I did well. I see no warnings. So if there were some, if Respondus ever finds any bad formatting, it will tell you like which question isn't formatted correctly. So I can finish now. And it saves a Respondus formatted file for me. At this point, I can go in if I want to. I can edit the questions. But for the purposes right now, I'm just going to move on to the next tab. So this is the tab where, as I said, that you can configure all of your settings for the quiz and create random questions if you want. And now I'm ready to publish my Respondus file to Moodle. So again, they provide a nice wizard. So as you see, I can publish to either one course or batch publish to multiple courses. I've already set up my server information, and I can just go forward. So now that Moodle has connected to my Moodle server, I can select the course from this drop-down list. I'm going to create a new question category with the questions in this test. I'm creating a new test, a new quiz, and I select the course section that I want to put the quiz into. I'm just going to select topic 1 and click next. And now Respondus will give me some feedback, and great. Once again, I did my job right, and it's completed successfully, so I can finish it. So let me show you now what we see in my Moodle course. I'll just refresh. And so now my demo test is here. It's ready to go. If I wanted to go into it and just see, I can go down to my to edit quiz, and all of my questions are here, ready to go. As I said, I can apply the quiz settings here as well as I could have in Respondus. So as I mentioned earlier, so it's a very quick and easy way to to get a quiz, a paper quiz, into Moodle. So now I'll go back and kind of break it down for you and show you how you set everything up in your test and in Respondus. So here's the file I'm going to use. And really, I'm going to just get rid of everything above the first question. And as I said, I just have to put an asterisk in front of the correct answer. So I borrowed this test from a faculty member, so I don't know which are the correct answers offhand. I think I have one more question here. Yes. And I will say that depending on the formatting of your Word file, I've noticed sometimes with Word's automatic numbering formatting, I can't go in and add the asterisk. Well, Respondus has a nice way that you can just include essentially an answer key at the bottom of this file with just the question number and the correct letter, the correct answer. So I've done this. Let me save this file. Okay, and now I will go back to Respondus. I'll begin again, import the questions. Calling this one quiz 3. Again, I'll use that stem to give a number system to my questions. And we'll preview and see if I did as well with this one. Oops. Okay. Great. Again, no warnings. This one is good. And I'll finish. So now what I'll do is I'll just skip over to the publish part, and I'll show you what's involved with actually setting up those server settings. So when the first time you use Respondus, you would have to create a new server. So I'll just go through that so you can see what that is. I would enter my server settings manually. And all I do is I copy the address from the browser, from my course. Respondus extracts some information. I can name the server. I can enter my username and password. So on my computer, of course, I can have Respondus remember this information. You wouldn't want to do that on a public computer. And I'll just click next. And again, I'm now connected to the Moodle server. I'll go back into that same course. Add this one again to that same topic. And back in Moodle. Now I have my new quiz uploaded and almost ready to go. So you'll notice that by default, the quizzes that you import from Respondus are hidden. So you do have to remember to unhide them and then configure your settings. So that's really the step-by-step on how to do that. Does anybody have any questions? Let me go ahead and... Whoops. Okay. Andy asks, I didn't see if Openoffice or Google Docs are supported. No, I can open that up. I can look at the file types again that you can import. And let me see. So Respondus will accept a plain text file, a rich text file, a doc, .doc or a docx, docx, a CSV file, or a so those are the main ones. So I suppose that if you had it in Google Docs, you could just export it to Word format and then import there. Yes. So let me say this, that when you actually are importing questions from a file, Respondus doesn't import all of the Moodle question types. It will import multiple choice, true, false, essay, short answer, matching, and multiple response questions. In other words, a multiple choice question with multiple responses. Sorry about that. I seem to have lost my audio connection there. Can you hear me now? Okay, great. Well, the I was just doing a workshop yesterday on this, and the biggest issues are making sure that that people format the Word file correctly. And you would think that that wouldn't be so difficult, but the only specific thing that Respondus says is that a question number has to be followed by either a period or a parentheses, and then at least in the question wording follows the number, and there has to be at least one space between the question number and the question wording. And the same thing with the answers. So you have to have one, at least a space. And I remember, a few years ago, a professor called with help. He swore that he had formatted every question correctly, the file correctly, and it turned out that actually his first question didn't have the space before the question text, and so Respondus just stopped at that point. So it's the getting the formatting correct. So how many of you are here and have never used Moodle quizzing and are thinking that maybe you want to start using quizzing and are looking for a faster way than, say, copying and pasting questions and answers into Moodle? Well, Paula says that we use the quiz tool, but copy and paste or recreate. You might want to give this a trial. Uh, Unfortunately, Respondus is not a free product, and I can't tell you what it costs because we purchased a campus-wide license, so it's available to our faculty members and even staff who want to use it. So we have kind of a site license for it. They do have you can download a free 30-day trial version and find out if it's something that you find helpful, and maybe you might want to use it or adopt it. Andy, I haven't tried any other import options myself. This is relatively painless. Oh, I must say the only other import options I have tried are textbook publisher test banks, and those can definitely be clunky. Well, let's see. Well, let me see. So I know that you can't. Well, I don't know that you could import, but well, if you could import those as a CSV file, would that possibly work? And I will say that if you were using Respondus just to create questions that I'll just tell you, I'll go back and so Respondus can actually create a few more question types. So multiple choice, true, false, essay matching, short answer, multiple response we looked at. You can create descriptions. You can create calculated questions from scratch in Respondus, and you can also create closed embedded answer questions. So well, that's very true, Tim. Yes, that was kind of where I was coming from, to make that clerical part of it as efficient and painless as possible. I'll leave it to other folks like you and other folks who can help me design the best quiz questions. Well, that's really, my whole presentation was based on, to show you how you can use Respondus to import those paper-based files and upload them to your Moodle course. So before we wrap it up, I know that for some of you it might only be mid-afternoon. For me, it's just the kind of mid-morning. But I always think it's a good idea to offer people desserts. So please go ahead and indicate which virtual dessert that you would like. Um, and I will say that these are actual desserts. I attended a conference in Vancouver a few years ago, Vancouver, British Columbia, and we came upon um, a dessert cafe called, of course, Death by Chocolate. So I think that it's still there. So if you're ever in Vancouver, please look up Death by Chocolate, and you can actually, this is just a small sampling of all of the desserts they have. So thanks again. You will get a badge just for attending this presentation. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Sam. This is Vinny again. It looks a really useful tool and a huge time saver for staff. So thank you for showing people how to use that. And thank you again, everybody, for participating. And enjoy the rest of the iMoot.